Over the years, I've collected quite a lot of different styles of grips. These are gymnastics grips, okay? They're to be placed on your palm, wrapped around your wrist, to help with pull-ups, toes to bar, muscle-ups, anything off of the bar, okay? And the main function of these is to basically protect your skin from friction, rubbing, ripping, and all that kind of stuff. So here is a short review of several of the brands and styles I've tried over the years. Okay? Let's start with the cheapest, and I'm not going to say that they're ineffective. I did use a similar one like this for years. But basically, when you're shopping for new grips, it's a good idea to try some out, of course. Do you want, depends how wide you want to go on your hands here, okay? Do you want the whole palm covered? Do you want a little bit covered? But really the one thing to check on is the construction of these things. If this is like a crappy one from Amazon or something like that, the stitching isn't gonna last. The Velcro is going to stop working after a while. This plastic little buckle thingy is gonna crack. And it's happened. And then this thing is just of inferior quality. It's going to crack or rip or just not do as good of a job as you want. So it's a good idea to experiment, but crap. Second is, okay, and these get a high rating, Bear Complex. They have several different styles, sizes, ones with holes, ones with no holes. I think this one is made out of like Kevlar or graphite, but look at how stiff the damn thing is. So it takes quite a long time for this to work in and get that nice bend piece so the bar can sit in here. Okay, so that is a downside of this. It takes months and months of wearing this in. Plus, a good idea to store this is to store this the way you want it, kind of wrapped around a bar, right? You want that thing to be bent. You want this little piece to be right above your knuckle. So it should be stored like this. So this is the Kevlar or graphite or whatever it's called. The Velcro on these Bear Complexes are pretty good. They're not perfect, but they're pretty good. And then look at this thing. It's metal. It's not gonna break. Plus it has a nice wide base here to support around your wrist. That's pretty good. Now do you want something that wide? Do you want something wider? Okay, this guy is much wider. Look at that. Metal, Velcro still decent. It's kind of worn off. I've had these ones for quite a while. And then it's obviously wider, okay? Covers the palm nicely. Leather or suede is something that I would recommend getting. And then look at how this is built. This is all one piece, stitched in there nicely to the Velcro. It's not even coming off or nothing. Okay, so those are nice. Those are good. They're pretty good. I would rate these really quite high. Now look at these guys, okay? So this is a completely weird looking style from a company called Sky Hill. We found these when Shannon and I went to Wadapalooza a few years ago. I wanted to buy a few of them and to kind of give them a try. But, okay, so it's made out of, what the guy told me was, this material is like, it's like, not canvas, it's like a tarp material, but thicker than a tarp material. They use it to like contain oil reservoirs and stuff like that. So it's like tough shit. It also has this like foamy, spongy backing to kind of like secure around your body or around your wrist here. And then this is super wide and the Velcro is super strong. Stitched in here nicely. I kind of trialed these for about maybe 8 months. didn't tell anybody, I was just trying them out. These ones do not have any holes. So you carefully kind of wrap it around you here like this, and it just kind of like sits on here like this. And what this actually ends up being pretty good at, you can rub and rub and rub in here, and it gives like off zero heat spots or friction on this, because this is just super smooth. So I used these for a while and never did rip. And I didn't mind these. This is the biggest size they had, and I tend to like something a little bit bigger so that I can, this is meant to just kind of wrap around like this. And if your grip strength is a little bit weaker as you kind of do lots of reps, then you're relying on your fingers to hang on to this. But if you want to prevent ripping, these ones are really, really good. So that's from Sky Hill. And I'm not sure the colors they have, but they have blue and orange, I know that. And it wraps on the wrist here nicely, and the only thing about the sponge is it kind of soaks up sweat. But other than that, I would rate these really high. The thing about it is, I don't think there's a Canadian distributor, so you have to get it from the States or something like that. But you can talk to me and we can figure something out. But from Sky Hill, these are pretty good. Now the ones I use now are from Victory Grips. Okay. These guys, like, they're huge. I got the biggest ones they make. It covers my whole palm. It has this side flap in here to protect the sides of your hands from false grip stuff when you're doing false grip muscle ups and all that kind of stuff. This is like even thicker leather than the Bear Complex ones. Leathery, kind of smooth on the inside of the palm where it kind of like rubs your hands, suede on the outside. Chalk those bad boys up, fingers in there, long enough to really get a good grip on here. Actually, what happened to these guys is the Velcro is excellent. I've had these for several years. I ended up, like, they're so good, it started to rip right on the suede itself after I kind of went a little bit too aggressive. It like wrapped around and got caught, and I got hung, and this thing just kind of like pulled and ripped. But the stitching stayed on. Like, the stitching is amazing, the Velcro is amazing. They look cool, they feel good. I haven't ripped in a very, very long time. And since these are nice and big, they cover the whole width of my palm. I don't have to like shift over to do like ring muscle ups or anything like that. Everything's all nice. So I recommend, these are highly recommended, the Victory Grips ones. And there's a Canadian distributor. So just go to victorygrips.ca, order them, boom. I think he might even ship them here. He's done that in the past. But this is the position you want to be on the pull-up bar. Nice and loose. The bar sits right in here. You grip on there, and this thing not only helps from your grip, it protects your skin, it also hangs from the base of your hand, so it helps you hang onto the bar. So when you are prepping with these grips, when you size them properly, remember in past videos where I talked about having my pinky knuckle pointing to the ceiling? Look at how much slack I have on this guy. It's basically like this. And I'm hanging from my hand. I'm here like this, my thumb wraps around. And I got amazing grip on here like this. Protecting my hand skin. I will put a link in the description, the links in the description for all these, the top rated grips that I've experimented with. If you have any questions, just talk to me.